In this video, I'm going to ask you to stay open. Why? Because only then can you succeed in your life purpose. And if you're wanting a different life or tired of pacing yourself alongside others, know this: great things don't come from comfort zones. Here's one of my favorite quotes by Jack Canfield. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. My name is Dalis G and welcome to my channel. Videos like this one every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Are you ready to do this? Life purpose mode on. Let's talk. I find that a lot of my clients can be stubborn and closed-minded when we first start working with each other. And the only thing they're willing to admit is that something in their life is not working. But what? That's when I ask you to be open. Being open is not easy, and often it's a slow and complicated process. But if you stick to it, I guarantee you it works. Imagine with me for 1 second. You wake up, roll over, and blindly reach to hit your alarm to start the routine of the day. Make the same thing for breakfast. Maybe go to a new coffee shop. No, same place, yeah. Go to work on the same route to the same job you've been at for years. After a long day of struggling through your daily responsibilities, you come home tired and slink back into the comfort of your TV and couch. You watch the same shows, pass out, repeat. At long last, the weekend finally comes. You go to the same bars and hang out with the same friends, and before you know it, it's Sunday night. Time to repeat the whole process all over again. Somehow, down the road, you begin to feel like everything turned into too much of a routine. Nothing new happens anymore. And you can't even remember the last time you really grew or progressed at something new. The last time you felt that burning sensation in your heart, that incomparable feeling of venturing into something new and scary. Where did it go? If that's you right now, yep, this talk's for you. My clients have made me realize how crazy comfort is and how it can be one of the biggest roadblocks to your growth. Although it's something our bodies crave the most, however uncomfortable and unnatural it may feel to jump out of your safe zone, the benefits outweigh the initial discomfort drastically. It's just hard to see the other side sometimes. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. That's the first step. Taking the first step is always the hardest, but I can guarantee you that once you do it, the only thoughts you'll have in your head is, why didn't I do this any earlier? Every second you spend in this world is precious, and you shouldn't waste a single second of it wondering if you should have done something. Life is waiting for you to take the reins, take control of your life. Although the individual acts of leaving that safe space might vary from person to person, you know what? Quitting a dead job, going to a foreign place, or simply diversifying your daily routine, I'm going to tell you 7 concrete reasons why leaving your comfort zone is so important for every person and why you won't regret once you do it. So stay with me throughout this video because every reason is key to finding great things in your life. 1. All growth comes from outside your comfort zone, especially from failure. Let's start with the basics. People tend to forget the struggle and discomfort are where growth happens. Remember when you were a kid and every single day was a challenge at something new? Your parents forced you to try scary new things and you didn't want to do it. But then you succeeded, or maybe you failed, and either way, you were growing the entire time. Somewhere along the line, your parents stopped forcing you to do things, and your responsibilities added another layer of chaos into your life, forcing you to retreat into a comfortable routine to achieve a form of stability. In that process, many people start daring less to take a step outside of their comfort zone. Subconsciously, we attribute learning as a phase that only happens when we're kids. That's ridiculous. The learning process never ends, and there's always opportunity to grow no matter what age you are or situation you're in. Look, I'm 56 and I'm learning every day with clients, and you know what? They're one of my best teachers. We don't like to try new things because we fear failure. But we need to understand that failure isn't the end of the road. It's the beginning. We learn and gain more from failure than we do from succeeding. And way more than we ever do if we don't take the chance at first. Whether you succeed or fail at whatever you're doing, it'll be 100 times more valuable to your growth than if you never took the chance in the first place. Whether it's the soreness of your muscles after a long workout, the exhaustion of staying up all night chasing a goal, the fear of venturing into the unknown, or the feeling of failure, one old cliche always remains true. No pain, no gain. Either you succeed and you grow, or you fail and you grow. But trying anything is better than doing nothing. 2, you'll discover passions you never knew existed before. People often look for new hobbies that fill their life with passion, but many are not only afraid to try new things, they don't know where to look. They trudge through their daily routine hoping something new will pop out of nowhere and save them from their repetition. Hey, sorry to break it to you, but it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to fall in your lap. You have to go find it. Not only will leaving your comfort zone help you take a crack at new things that you've always wanted to do, but you'll discover other things you never even knew you might have liked before. When life dealt me a card I would have never chosen for myself, even though my actions were a contradiction to that, it didn't take me long to figure out that it was all for me, and the lessons were more than they appeared face value. I experienced one of my darker and lonelier moments. And if you want to know the details, hey, it's all in my book, Broken Open. I found myself needing to write something just to get some emotions off my chest. And journaling daily opened me up to incredible ways. I discovered my passion for writing and for helping people heal through really tough moments in my life. And everything made sense. I started seeing myself for who I really was. The person that had given up. And now this is me. No matter how much you want to believe it, waiting around for something won't get you anywhere. But the second you leave your comfort zone, you'll be surprised at how things just start to fall into place. Number 3, you'll become more open-minded and understanding, making you appear wiser and more intelligent. Life is full of completely different and unique people. But when we get stuck in the same routine, we tend to gravitate towards people that are similar to us. When this is the only interaction in our lives, it leads us to become closed-minded and cuts us off from the reality of the differences that exist between people, which is the beauty of people. When you're surrounded by the same people who share the same opinions about everything, you gain what is called a confirmation bias. And you start to think that a certain way of thinking is how all people think, or how all people should think. Need an example? Go look at any political party ever. Leaving the comfort of being surrounded by the people you are accustomed to will introduce you to different ways of thinking, which will not only lead to a better understanding of our differences, but an appreciation for them. This can be a whole different kind of uncomfortable, but the next time someone that has an opinion you disagree with, instead of immediately trying to convince them of your side or argue with them, try to understand why they came about that thinking in the first place. We all gather our opinions from a rich web of experiences and thousands of variables. Yet sometimes we tend to think of other people's opinions in black and white. Everyone has a reason for why they think the way they do, many of which are a lot deeper under the first surface than you might be able to initially see. Opening your mind to other people's cultural views and understanding what their beliefs are based out of, as opposed to just trying to confirm your already established beliefs, is the first step to gaining wisdom that applies to all people rather than just the social group you've been accustomed to. 4. You'll gain clarity once you ditch mindless comfort zone distractions. When we continue our routines and watch the same shows, go to the same places, or look at the same apps, we tend to turn our brains off and just follow muscle memory without even noticing. These routines make us feel comfortable and often put our minds to sleep. You'll be surprised at how much clearer your mind works once you simply turn your phone and TV off and go explore something new. Your brain will actually start going to work without you even trying. Something easy you can do today: turn your phone off. Something harder you can aim for in the future: turn your phone off longer. Number 5, you'll become a more confident and sociable person. Talking to strangers is often an anxiety-provoking activity for people. We're constantly fearing we'll get judged or that we'll say the wrong thing to the wrong person. First off, let me tell you, everyone feels the same way. That thought alone helped me become a more sociable person without worrying about the consequences of a failed conversation. Sounds stupid? When I put it like that, hon? Yeah, it is actually sounds stupid. Interacting in situations with people you usually wouldn't interact with is a great way to get out of your comfort zone. Go compliment someone you don't know. What's the worst thing that can happen? In a more non-direct approach, forget about what other people say for a second. When you spend your time trying new activities and experiencing things you haven't done before, through the power of leaving your comfort zone, confidence eventually comes whether you are looking for it or not. The very act of being bold enough to try something you haven't done before will raise your confidence on its own, and that in turn naturally minimizes the fear of interacting with people you don't know. Confidence and social skills will be a byproduct of your breaking of the ordinary, which leads to the next point, number 6. You'll become a better storyteller without even trying. No human ever became interesting by not failing. The more you fail and recover and improve, the better you are as a person. Just as confidence and social skills come naturally when outside of your comfort zone, so will the stories. When you make a conscious attempt to leave your comfort zone, you'll be surprised at how weird, crazy, and awesome things tend to happen more to you. You'll start amassing an inventory of interesting stories without even trying. All of your failures and successes somehow start to become more of a narrative rather than a repetitive list of chores. Make your life a story that people would want to watch a movie about. Number 7, you'll discover entire worlds you never knew existed before, and the communities that go along with them. Lastly, you'll discover tons of different groups and cultures that will amaze you. Feeling like there is no end in sight can be one of the most suffocating feelings in the world. I know from experience that deep, sinking feeling you get in your chest when you realize your life has become too predictable, when nothing new happens, when you feel like you've stopped growing as a person. The good news is it's completely in your power to take control of your life and experience what's out there and turn that suffocation into freedom, curiosity, and excitement. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for this talk. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, bye guys.